Okay, so for number 7, you don't have to solve it two ways like you did number 5 and 6. So you really get to pick. Do you want to cut here and make a top and a bottom, or do you want to cut here and make a little one on the left and a little one on a big one on the right? There's no right or wrong way, but I do see 10 here, and I love 10s. So I'm going to cut here so that I could keep that length of that top box by 10 of 10. So I'm going to be doing the volume of this top box plus the volume of this bottom box. It's rectangular prism. Okay, so I'm going to do volume of the top first. I've got my length of 10 and my height I can see is 3. It looks like I'm going to have to hunt for that width. It's not labeled. So I'm looking around. There it is. Okay, if the width here is 1, then the width here stays as 1 and it's congruent all the way through. Ooh, I like 1, so that's a nice number to have, which means 10 times 3 is 30, times 1 is still going to be 30. All right, so I have the volume of that top box is 30. Cubic feet is what it is. So now for this, the volume of the bottom box, I'm going to be looking for the length, the width, and the height. But one of the things I noticed is really the only measurement I have right now is 1, because I see the width there. So I'm going to need to figure out what the length is, and I'm going to need to figure out what the height is. And originally I was looking at it, I said, oh, the height's 8. But 8 actually goes all the way from the bottom to the top. So it's not going to be that easy. I'm going to have to do some work. So I see that the height of this top box was 3, which means if this part is 3, and I know the whole thing is 8, I can ask myself, well, what plus 3 is going to equal 8? And I know that 5 plus 3 equals 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So the height of this bottom rectangular prism is 5. I also have to do some calculation for my length. Now I know that I see this little measurement here of 4, and I wasn't sure what it was for if I didn't cut this way. But now I see if I know this is 4, then I can figure out what the leftover is, which is the top of the bottom rectangular prism. And I know from here to here is 10. So from here to here is 10, which means I know that 6 plus 4 is 10. So this is 6 and this is 4. That would make that total length of 10, which means the length of this box is 6. So these figures can get pretty tricky because you do have to make some multiple steps of figuring out what all your dimensions are. I'm going to go with 5 times 6 because I know anything times 1 is going to be the same. So 6 times 5 is 30 times 1. Oh, so we've got the same volume this time. The bottom and the top actually have the same volume of 30 and 30. Now I still have another step to do. If I know the volume of the top is 30 and the volume of the bottom is 30, that means my total volume is 60 feet cubed.